Sam's Club charges you up to $110 for membership, just for the right to shop before you buy a single thing. Their shelves are crowded with bargains like $4.98 rotisserie chickens, and gas sold at cost, yet those razor-thin product margins barely keep the lights on. So how did this warehouse giant generate $2.5 billion in pure profit up front? And why do 90% of its 50 million members keep paying to walk through doors they technically already own? The real engine driving $86 billion in annual revenue is buried in the fine print. It starts with what happens to your membership fee the moment you join. A single Sam's Club membership fee, $50 for the basic club tier, or $110 for Plus, seems minor when you swipe your card at the entrance. But multiply that by nearly 50 million members, and the numbers become staggering. That annual ritual of paying just to shop brings in more than $2.5 billion before anyone grabs a single bulk pack of paper towels. Unlike traditional retail, where profits depend on the margin from every product sold, Sam's Club builds its foundation on recurring dues. The financial math is straightforward but powerful. With roughly 70% of members choosing the $50 club tier and the rest opting for the $110 plus tier, the average membership fee lands near $60. The result is a river of predictable revenue, flowing in every year with almost no overhead to subtract. Membership fees carry profit margins as high as 80 to 90%, far above the razor-thin 3 to 4% earned on merchandise. This cash pile is not just a nice bonus, it is the engine that pays for warehouses, staff, and digital perks long before the first rotisserie chicken is sold. Renewal rates hover around 90%, signaling that members see value in the deal. For the company, that means a steady, almost subscription-like stream of cash that can be counted on year after year. Each member's fee, pooled with millions of others, becomes the bankroll that funds Sam's Club's scale, fueling everything from new club openings to technology upgrades. The simple act of paying to shop transforms into a high-margin, recurring business model that is anything but simple behind the scenes. A typical Sam's Club warehouse covers about 136,000 square feet, roughly the size of 2 football fields under one roof. The design is intentionally stark, with concrete floors, exposed ceilings, and towering industrial shelving. Every detail serves a purpose, stripping away anything that does not directly contribute to moving product at scale. This minimalist approach is not just about aesthetics, it is a discipline rooted in cost control. Unlike many big box retailers that rely on leasing, Sam's Club often owns its buildings and the land beneath them. Property filings and site plans across the country reveal a pattern. Long-term ownership locks in predictable occupancy costs and insulates each location from rising rents and market volatility. When new clubs are built, Walmart Real Estate frequently acquires large parcels and sometimes positions a Sam's Club right next to a Walmart supercenter. This adjacency is not accidental. It allows both stores to share infrastructure, parking lots, delivery docks, and even utility lines, lowering development and ongoing maintenance costs for each. Inside, the footprint is all about throughput. Pallet-sized aisles and bulk displays mean fewer labor hours spent on stocking and resetting shelves. Fewer design elements translate to lower construction and upkeep expenses per square foot. Each warehouse is engineered to serve tens of thousands of member households, pushing revenue per square foot to levels that rival or beat traditional retailers. By owning the real estate and keeping the build simple, Sam's Club turns its physical footprint into a financial asset, laying the groundwork for the cost discipline that underpins the entire business model. Suppliers who want their products on Sam's Club shelves face a set of unique demands. Access to the combined buying power of Walmart and Sam's Club means enormous sales potential, and it comes with strict terms. Brands must produce club-specific bulk packaging, sometimes retooling production lines or redesigning cases to meet pallet-ready requirements. The cost of those changes falls squarely on the supplier, not Sam's. Instead of selling single units, vendors deliver full cases or pallets, which reduces in-store handling for Sam's Club, but raises complexity and expense for the brand. Suppliers are also on the hook for in-club promotions, digital advertising, and end cap placement fees. A Sam's Club executive said many brands now see these retail media payments as a tax to get on the shelf. For suppliers, these added costs can quickly erode any profit left after negotiating the already aggressive wholesale price demanded by Sam's. Industry reports consistently describe the club channel as a high-volume, low-margin environment for vendors. Brands accept these thin margins in exchange for the scale and exposure that come with being one of the few products in a category. The result is a system where the cost of Sam's ultra-low shelf prices is often shifted upstream, squeezing suppliers so the club's value promise stays intact. Sam's Club keeps its shelves remarkably uncluttered. Instead of the tens of thousands of products found in a typical supermarket, each warehouse stocks only about 4,000 to 6,000 SKUs. This discipline is not just about simplicity, it is a calculated move to maximize efficiency and bargaining power. With fewer items in play, each product must earn its spot by moving quickly. Merchandise planners monitor sales velocity relentlessly, favoring only the fastest sellers in each category. The result is inventory that turns over 15 to 20 times a year, several times faster than conventional retail. That speed slashes carrying costs, reduces waste, and frees up cash that would otherwise be tied up in slow-moving stock. For members, this means the shelves hold just 2 or 3 brands of ketchup, not 20. For suppliers, it is a high-stakes game. Landing a spot can mean huge volume, but losing it can shut out an entire category. The limited assortment also sets up a kind of treasure hunt. Rotating special buys and seasonal items appear for a short time, creating urgency and surprise. Every product in the club pulls its weight, and the streamlined selection makes restocking and operations faster and cheaper. This tight focus on high-turnover goods underpins the entire business model, making the club's lean staffing and low prices possible. Inside a Sam's Club warehouse, the scale is unmistakable. Aisles are wide enough for forklifts, pallets are stacked head-high, and only a handful of associates are visible on the floor. Unlike a traditional supermarket, with dozens of specialized departments, the club format eliminates most service counters and in-aisle staffing. Nearly every product is moved and displayed in bulk, allowing a relatively small team to handle the daily workload. The operational backbone is built on efficiency, stocking by the pallet, minimal restocking, and a focus on high-velocity items. Technology amplifies this lean approach. The Scan and Go app, used by a growing share of members, lets shoppers scan items with their phones and skip the checkout line entirely. Every item that is self-scanned is one less item for a cashier, reducing the need for front-end labor and freeing up associates to focus on stocking or fulfilling online orders. Employees are cross-trained to float between departments. One shift might mean unloading a truck. The next shift might mean assisting at the membership desk. This flexibility means fewer people can cover more ground, keeping payroll tight without sacrificing service. By running a massive warehouse with a streamlined crew and digital tools that automate routine tasks, Sam's Club controls its operating costs in ways that traditional retailers cannot touch. The result is a business model where savings from labor and automation flow straight to the bottom line, reinforcing the power of that high-margin membership fee. A $1.50 hot dog combo sits at the entrance, daring members to pass it up. The promise of cheap gas and a $4.98 rotisserie chicken draws shoppers through the doors, but the real game begins once inside. Staples like milk and eggs wait at the very back, forcing every member to walk the entire warehouse floor. Along the way, oversized displays and limited time specials tempt even the most disciplined shopper. Behavioral research shows that in big box stores, nearly half of all purchases are UN planned. At Sam's Club, that means a trip that started for a single discount item often ends with a basket well over $150, sometimes double that. The layout is not accidental. It is engineered to grow the total ticket with impulse buys, turning a low-margin anchor into a high-margin outcome. Members Mark, Sam's Club's private label, sits quietly on the shelves but delivers margins that industry analysts estimate in the mid-20% to low 30% range, far richer than the 3 to 4% earned on most branded staples. Small businesses, from local restaurants to daycare centers, multiply that impact by spending 3 to 5 times more per year than individual members. The Sam's Club MasterCard adds another layer, offering 5% cash back on gas and generating interchange fees every time it is swiped. Vendors pay for digital ads and featured placement, creating a steady stream of promotional revenue. While Costco operates more than 860 warehouses and boasts a 92% renewal rate, Sam's Club's 600 locations and 90% renewals still drive nearly $86 billion in annual revenue. Around 65% comes from merchandise, 30% from memberships, and 5% from services. But it is the membership fees at 80 to 90% margin that turn each member into $40 to $60 in annual profit, making the club's real engine run before a single product leaves the shelf. Today, nearly 50 million Sam's Club members fund the operation before their first purchase. This transforms access itself into the real product. As subscription models shape more of the economy, the price of entry keeps rising. The question now is, what is your membership really buying, and what are you giving up?